Hello viewers, this is Occasion and Event on Wins TV. On the 27th of May 2019, Wins TV was live with Platform Communications, a day with Nigerian Maritime students, which was the 5th anniversary. Team Beyond Sea Time. These students came together in order to share their different views, their opinions and challenges so far as a student, and also the idea on how to grow the economy with our water. Let me not go into full details because right now we want to give you a few highlights on the occasion. So sit back, relax, loosen your tie and watch. My name is Rita Usifu from Win.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative, I don't.
Hello and welcome to A Day with the Maritime student, brought to you courtesy of Platforms Communication Concept here in Lagos, taking place here at the 8th Olivier Hall, Lagos City Mall, opposite the Muson Center, Onikon, Lagos. And this year's theme is Beyond Sea. I mean, this is the 3rd edition and still counting. And don't forget, and this is the 5th anniversary of Platform Communication Concept. I mean, we have a whole lot in stock for you onto the show. So just sit back and relax. Let's go on a quick break. And you're going to come back to the Green Carpet Staff. And I am Michael Young.
Wins TV 24 hours entertainment.
Well, I have my first guest here on the green carpet. I mean, she's looking lovely and awesome this morning. You're looking amazing.
Oh, really? Because I'm your mommy now. Your mommy.
You're talking about your outfit and your makeup. Like, how many hours to put on all this to be here this morning?
I hope you're not going to put that. I had enough time to put it on and finish. I came here early. I came here 8:15. So you can imagine.
Come on, it's worth it. Trust me.
Eh?
Yes. So, can we meet you, ma?
Oh, yeah. Dr. Mrs. Felicia Chinwe-Mogo. I'm the head of Marine Environment Management Department of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. I'm here representing our DG, Dr. Dakuku Adol Peterside, who is also, as you know, the chairperson of African Maritime Association.
Being in the profession mostly dominated by the female male folks, so how do you feel being a female, being a maritime person in the sector?
Yeah, you know what? I don't see myself different. Yeah, because we are talking about, it's the job we are talking about, not gender issue. So it doesn't really make any difference for me whether I'm surrounded by male folks or surrounded by female folks. I just look at all of them as that we are a team working for the same goal. So it doesn't make much difference to me.
All right, this year's theme is Beyond Sea. You know, what is it all about? What are we expecting onto this event?
Yeah, I was really so impressed when I saw the theme, and that was why the DG said I should really come and represent him, gave the notice months back, because we cannot talk about blue economy, sustainability, without talking about the youth. Because when you're talking about sustainability already, you're talking about the future generation, and you're talking about blue economy, you have to now tell this future generation which are the sustainable strength of the population, actually, what we are talking about. And it's not just all about sea time now. They can also see the other potentials we have in the marine environment of Nigeria in particular, the world as a whole, and then see how they can now go beyond what they already know about to what the future holds for them. That is very positive.
Well, all right, thank you very much, ma. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, this is Theo with the Maritime here in the heart of Lagos, bringing all the excitement from this end on the green carpet. I have this lovely gentleman right here on the carpet with me. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very fine. You're looking down, trust me, on my green carpet.
Yes, you're welcome.
So can we meet you, sir?
I am Engineer Stanley Onoha, the acting head of Marine Department of National Inland Waterways Authority.
Quite interesting. We're looking at this year's theme, Beyond Sea. So what are we here to see? What is it all about? Just give a little tidbit about it.
Yes, Beyond the Sea. You cannot talk about Beyond the Sea without carrying along all the component parts that makes it tick. And that has to do with Inland Waterways Authority. the Inland Waterways Authority and the waterways, inland waterways, acts as a link to the sea. So if every nation's inland waterways authority is developed, the sea will also be developed. So inland waterways is a treasure in Nigeria. We have a land vast of it, about 300 kilometers of Nigerians are navigable. So you cannot talk about beyond the sea without carrying the inland waterways with it. So that is why it's important that NIWA is represented here.
Wow. So thank you so much, sir. Have a great day, sir. You're welcome. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Wow, you look quite amazing on your native attire.
Well, you have to play with the times. I'm a Nigerian and I'm full Nigerian for that matter.
And I love that. So can we meet you, sir?
My name is Captain Adeboyega Olokpoini.
So talking about A Day with the Maritime, so is this your first time of being here? You've been here in the subsequent edition?
This is my first time, but 5 years ago, I was the first guest of Mr. Obasi on his Radio Nigeria program.
Wow, that's quite William.
5 years ago, I was his first guest on radio.
So we're looking at Beyond Sea. I mean, there's a whole lot that go beyond the sea. So can you tell us a little things about that here?
Well, I think what he's trying to say is that we have to, all the time we have been talking about sea time for cadets, that there should be other opportunities in the maritime industry. The industry is actually very wide. So if you cannot be on the ship, you should be able to find other things doing outside be on the ship. But the emphasis has been on the ship, and it's difficult to get all the cadets to go on the ships. So there should be alternatives. Maybe somebody can work in the shipyard, work with the shipping companies, work with the ship brokers, all those type of things. So maybe that's the area we should be looking at now, so that everything is not only on emphasis on sea time.
Amazing. So thank you, much, sir. Have a great day. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very fine. You're looking good today.
Thank you. You're looking great too.
Oh, thank you. So can we meet you, sir?
I'm Captain Fola Ujutalayo. My name.
I know you were on the last year, you talked about something last year, and we're having it here today, this year again. And this year theme is Beyond Sea. So what is Beyond Sea all about?
Well, Beyond Sea, we need to actually get the concept of the visionary on this particular. But for me, I perceive that Beyond Sea is just looking at other opportunities that are available for cadets apart from sea going. Now, not looking at only sea, and if you are opportune as a cadet to go to sea, you become an officer, then what happens next? You don't need to plan your life based on sea service only. What other opportunities are available out there that you can tap into, the diversification, the dynamism of the industry, how you can tap into it and make best use.
Well, in case you're still joining us, we're still here on the event. Today is the with the Maritime student, brought to you courtesy of Platforms Communication here at the 8th Hall, Olivier Hall, on Nikon Lagos, and I have a gentleman right here gracing my green carpet. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Well, you're looking quite amazing on native attire.
Thank you very much.
Let's how we meet you, sir.
Okay, my name is Adebisi Olowo, and I manage the Maritime Center of Excellence, which is a department of the NL Engine Ship Management Limited.
All right. So looking at the maritime sector, normally we do feel that it's a male-dominated, career for the male people. But now we heard people saying, well, the female should come on board. It's not only for the male, it's both for the male and for the female. So what do you have to say concerning that?
Yes, actually, it's a global problem, to be honest, across all the industry across the world. The maritime industry is mostly male-dominated because of the difficult work schedule. You sometimes have to be away offshore for months before you come back home. So that's why you have the male dominance. But as the world is progressing now, we have improvements in technology, internet access, and all of that. It's becoming a much better and much more conducive environment for everybody. So we're beginning to see females coming in as engineers on the vessel, rising all the way up to the rank of chief engineers. We are having female captains now. And then as the work conditions are also improving with the new MLC laws and everything, So people don't always have to stay for that long anymore, and they have better leave conditions. So it's a lot more conducive for females. So it's just a case of putting their awareness out there and getting more females to come into the industry.
So thank you very much, sir, for your time. Have a great day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's come with you.
My name is Boluwatife Oluwashake Victor. I'm the Secretary General of the Maritime Forum, University of Lagos.
Amazing. So can we meet you?
And I'm Akinade Oluwagbemiga, the President of the Maritime Forum, University of Lagos.
All right. You know, this A Day with the Maritime Student has been going on for this is the third edition. So, and it's every year keep getting bigger and better. And this year team has been Beyond Sea. So I want to ask this question. Beyond Sea, can you give us a little bit, detail about Beyond Sea for us?
Well, it is right that the Maritime Forum, in the maritime sector, is all about oceans and the likes, but there are lots and other opportunities that can be gotten beyond the sea, or other opportunities, other resources that are untapped. And I think this conference is buttressing on that fact that other than the sea, what else can the maritime sector and the maritime industry provide to the nation? And I think that's what the target is for this conference. Yeah.
Okay, let me come to talking about the maritime sector here in Nigeria. I know we have a lot of challenges when it comes to the maritime sector. So just tell us one or two challenges people are facing here in the maritime sector here in Nigeria.
First off, we have the issue of piracy. It's one of the major issues that has been facing the maritime industry for a long time, and that's caused the Nigerian economy a lot of funds, amounting to about $7 billion and amongst that. And we also have the second issue of funding for indigenous ship owners. About the fact that the funding available to ship owners is not enough, and many more like cabotage, the issue with cabotage not being effective enough, amongst other issues of sorts here.
All right. Talking about your forum, what have you guys been doing in your forum? I mean, the awareness guys have been creating in your own forum.
Well, the Maritime Forum, University of Lagos, is arguably the biggest forum in any university, because we provide training opportunities for students and shaping them to be experts in the maritime sector. We connect them with experts already in the field and the likes, and create awareness as regarding the opportunity and resources in the maritime sector.
I have to go on and on, but there is no time here. So thank you so much, gentlemen. So guys, this is still with the maritime student. We'll be right back. So please stay with us. Thank you, guys. All right, you're welcome. So good morning, sir.
God bless you. You're most welcome.
You're looking amazing on your outfit this morning.
Yeah, I'm always like that because I'm born with smiles.
That's quite amazing. So can we meet you, sir?
I am Mr. Sado Creeks, representing Stars Maritime Academy, one of the foremost academy in Nigeria.
So this year's theme of A Day with the Maritime Student has been Beyond Sea. I mean, a lot of us want to think we're all sailors, we're not be sailors, so there are other things that we need to be done. So can you tell us one or two things that not only sailors does, but I mean accounting, cooking and all that. Can you just give us two or three among them?
Well, today is most unfortunate that many people don't actually know what maritime connotes. Maritime goes beyond activities that happen on sea. There are other maritime activities on land which we are yet to make do with. Like entrepreneurship we are talking about today. Most of the activities you are seeing here and there are more of entrepreneurs. You can see the hands vividly. Years back, there was nothing like that. It is as a result of, the white-collar job, which everyone is yearning, is no longer there. So in the maritime, there are other activities on land that one can embrace, especially this use. You know, they love, I want to go on sea, I want to go on sea. No, there are shipping companies. And these shipping companies operate on land. And they need managerial abilities, managerial hands to, even the sea we are talking about, they need managerial hands to coordinate the resources that is at the disposal of the maritime environment.
Wow, that's quite really educative here this morning. So thank you very much, sir. Have a great day.
God bless you.
You're welcome. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's go meet you.
My name is Regina Inse, Cadetship of Maritime Academy of Nigeria.
So can I meet the young man?
Yeah, my name is Ajayi John from Certified Institute of Shipping of Nigeria.
Want to confess, guys, I love the uniform. Honest, I am just loving it. I feel like putting on your right here on the screen. But never mind, we'll come back to that later. Talking about A Day with the Maritime, so this is the third edition of this program. Let me ask, have you been here in the subsequent edition?
Yes, I was here last year.
So share your experience. What did you learn last year?
Okay, last year we had few professors coming to the platform to lecture us and remind us more about little crafts and other bigger crafts. You understand? So at least they refreshed our memories, and we had Dr. Greg's daughter. She represented him last year, and she told us to go out and create our own platforms. You know, she said, do something creative, so that when we see you, we want to endorse you. So I think we learned a whole lot from last year, and we're willing to learn more this year.
Oh, that was really refreshing. So coming over to you, were you here last year?
Yes, I was.
Let me ask you this question. Don't mind, Misha. I can talk for Africa. So talking about last year on and this year, this is beyond sea. So what are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting it to be much more better than last year, in the sense that last year we had this talk of how we could make things in the maritime industry move forward. So if this one is talking about beyond sea, it's making us as practitioners see ourselves not just in the maritime sector alone, like beyond that level. So I guess we are about to get mind blown today.
I mean, I feel like going on to talk with this young. Good morning.
Good morning.
How we meet you?
My name is Itejere Andrew. I'm from Certified Institute of Shipping.
All right. So how we meet you?
Good morning. My name is Salami Idris Temitayo from Certified Institute of Shipping of Nigeria.
Well, let me ask you this question. What is that motivating factor that made you to go into the maritime sector?
Well, as a child, I've always wanted to be a sailor, so it's just in me. It's what I wanted right from beginning, so I'm following my dream.
I love that. And for you, aside maritime, what else would you love to do?
Aside maritime, I would like to work in the oil sector because it's lucrative and it gives a big chance for someone to become a big typhoon in the society.
Well, come on, maritime, oil. The connection is still there, but don't worry, we'll come back to that. This year team has been beyond sea for us. So what are you expecting on today's event?
No, I expect to see the best. And I expect to learn a lot from people who have actually been experienced and have gone through so many things in life. So the best, I will get the best from it.
One final question to you. You know, those bringing this program together are platform communications concept, and today is the 5th year existing. So what are your birthday wishes to them today?
What am I?
Birthday wishes for them today.
Oh, I wish them more of this in good accomplishment and more of this, that God will continue to strengthen them.
winztv 24 hours entertainment.
He is a doctor, a medical doctor by profession, but he's a ship owner and into ship business. He is no other than Dr. Mark George Onyong. He's going to be piloting the activities of today. Please, we welcome you in a very special way, the chairman. Please, thank you. I know how hard I fought to be able to make him to be here today. You know, next tomorrow is the inauguration of a new set of leaders in the government field, and some of these people are engaged, but they were able to make out the time to be here. We also acknowledge the presence of Abuja Memorandum of Understanding, the person representing the International Maritime Organization, Engineer Richard Owolabi. Thank you so much, Engineer, for your time. We appreciate it. And we have one of our panelists. I welcome you to in a very special way, Captain Fola Ojutalayo. Please, wherever you are, we appreciate your time. He is very busy. Last year he was here with us. This year he's here with us again. And the father of the day, someone very special to me and to platforms communications, and in particular to maritime platform. His being the father of the day for this occasion is not a coincidence, because 5 years ago, when this platform was birthed with our flagship program, Maritime Platform Radio, he was the very first guest I featured on the program, and me no other than Captain Ade Ologboyene. Captain will greet you, sir. He is the former president, Nigerian Association of Master Mariners. We have other dignitaries representative of Stars Investment Company. We appreciate you. We have the representative of Shipowners Association of Nigeria, Engineer Wisdom. Engineer, we appreciate you. Engineer was here as early as 8:30. I was surprised when I came in here, he's already here. Thank you so much for coming. Other dignitaries and all other protocols duly observed. It is with happiness and gladness that I welcome you once again to this epoch-making occasion, being the 4th edition of A Day with Nigerian Maritime Students. This year's conference is special for us at Platforms because today we are celebrating Platforms Communications' 5th anniversary. It is a double celebration for us. We are elated, we are joyful, and we give all the glory to God Almighty. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in this welcome address, I wouldn't want to bore you with the journey of Platforms Communications 5 years ago. However, permit me to say that history was made precisely on Saturday, May 25, 2014, when Maritime Platform Radio Program went on air for the first time, thus birthing what is today known as Platforms Communications Concept. The first guest I featured on that program was the then president of Nigerian Association of Master Mariners, Captain Ade Olokmoyo, who has the honor and pleasure of being the father of the day in today's occasion. Please, let's put our hands together for him once again. Having said that, let me emphasize that A Day with Nigerian Maritime Students 2019 edition is very crucial as we set to address 2 important issues captured in the 2 paper presentations for today's occasion. In the first paper entitled, The Youth and Nigerian Maritime Potential, Developing the Right Competencies and Character for the Profession and Opportunities, we want to examine the place of Nigerian youth in the enormous potential in maritime industry. In doing this, we are asking, in view of Nigeria's huge maritime industry, maritime potential, what is in it for Nigerian youth in terms of opportunities and in terms of potential? How do we develop the right competencies and character needed by the youth to tap into these potential and opportunities? Are our maritime academies and institutions well equipped to produce quality professionals good in competence and character to take up these new opportunities in the sector? Why do local ship owners and other employers of labor complain that many of our young graduates and seafarers have character or competence issues when employed? These and many more are the issues we tend to address through this first paper presentation. And I am confident that the speaker, the moderator, and the panelists are ready to do justice to the topic. On the other hand, the second paper presentation, which forms the central theme of this conference, is equally apt as it focuses on the need on the next journey of a seafarer after sea time experience. This topic, Beyond Sea Time, a closer look at other prospects and challenges in seafaring profession, aims to dissect, expose, and highlight the opportunities and challenges awaiting a Nigerian seafarer in his seafaring profession the moment he or she finishes the all-important sea time experience. If you have been in this conference from 2016, when we started it, we have always hammered on the need for sea time. In the first edition, which the topic was Nigerian maritime industry and the future of the maritime industry and the future of Nigerian students, we highlighted the need for seafarers to have the opportunity for sea time. In the second year, 2017, the team was solving the challenges of Nigerian maritime students in the master game plan. It's unfortunate the master couldn't come to make that presentation, but the need for a sea time opportunity was also emphasized. Then last year at Virgin Roads with VI, the theme was repositioning Nigerian maritime academies and institutions for global maritime opportunities and potentials in maritime operations. We also found the need that while you are trying to reposition the maritime academies and institutions, there is also need to reposition the maritime administration. Because according to the panel discussants that last year, they were able to emphasize that without actually repositioning the maritime administration, most of the repositioning done in the academies may not work effectively. And because of that, we went out on our way to make sure that we have the regulators fully on ground to help us provide answers to some of the questions we are raising. And as a result of that, the purpose of the presentation, the first presentation, is to intimate our cadets to life after a sea time in order to prepare them for the opportunities or challenges that may likely come their way. For instance, if you're a cadet, what you've been thinking is, oh, how do I do my sea time? How do I do my sea time? You also need to bother, if you are through with your sea time, what are the opportunities and what are the challenges that can also affect you in your profession. And that's why we chose this topic today, so that we look beyond sea time and know what else. If you are not a cadet student, the first paper presentation is actually meant to serve the purposes of all maritime students, whether you are a cadet or you are not. Because I want to make it clear for those who may not know, the students invited for this occasion are not only those who are cadets. We have maritime law students here from Unilag, some from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I don't know if they have come, but they sent us a list of about 12 persons coming for the conference. We have people from Nigerian Institute of Shipping, and people, students that study other courses that are not cadets. So please, if that is your case, the first paper presentation will open your eyes to the opportunities and the character and competence required of you to do well. And having said that, the paper will also bring to limelight the challenges that could deter a Nigerian seafarer from continuing his seafaring profession, and also provide solutions on how relevant government agencies, regulators, and concerned stakeholders can work together to solve the challenges so that the seafarers can easily progress to the next level of their career. And crucial, to our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that having these two topics for a discussion today, we are all in for a serious and crucial conference this very day. It is my hope and belief that by the time we are through with today's occasion, our young professionals and students would have discovered their place in our maritime industry. Our maritime academies and institutions would see a pressing need to raise this bar of educational standards in our maritime schools, so as to produce graduates who are qualified both in competence and character to function effectively in their careers. Our cadets would be ready, will be better positioned to take on their post-sea time experiences and challenges. Our government agencies, regulators, and stakeholders would also see the need to make seafaring profession attractive in Nigeria, and above all, our industry will be better for it. Finally, I want to congratulate in advance those maritime students who haven't distinguished themselves in their fields of study and will today be awarded as best graduated students in their respective fields. May today's honor spur you for more honors in your life endeavors. The Best Graduated Maritime Students Award is instituted by Platforms Communications to stimulate healthy academic competition amongst Nigerian maritime students. We therefore call on all maritime students to be challenged by this honor and continually strive for excellence, both in academics and in your other life endeavors, knowing fully well that it pays to be the best. We also call on various government agencies, maritime companies, professional bodies, stakeholder groups, and good-spirited individuals, including government parastatals, to seize this opportunity to reward these outstanding students in your own way, either by way of cash donations, automatic employment, or scholarship for further studies. And by doing this together, we are building a legacy which posterity will forever remember. On this note, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you all to today's occasion. I welcome and appreciate all our guests and the resource persons who have left their busy schedules to make this day a memorable occasion. I welcome and appreciate all participating schools and students who have come from far and near to be part of this year's conference. Most importantly, I welcome and appreciate all dignitaries, friends and fans, partners and supporters of Platforms Communications who have come to celebrate with us on this special occasion of our 5th anniversary. I also warmly welcome and appreciate in no small measures every one of us for honoring this invitation to be with these future leaders of our industry. As we get set for the business of today, I wish you all fruitful deliberations. Thank you for coming. Feel welcome as always, and God bless you all.
Thank you so very much. Yes. Before we invite the chairman to come up for his opening remarks, I want to use this opportunity to recognize the presence in our midst of Mr. Atimoria Ebodagi, representative of Stars Investments Limited. I want to talk about Stars Investments. One name comes to mind, and that is the name of Engineer Greg Okwefu. He's not here physically, but I can assure you he's very much with us in spirit. I recall last year at the passing out parade of the Maritime Academy of Nigeria, the best graduating student was given automatic employment by Stars Group. Can we appreciate them for that wonderful gesture? The chairman of the occasion, like you know, Engineer Mark George, president of the Ship Owners Association of Nigeria, is the chairman of the occasion. Please, pardon my mix-up there. Captain Mark George, please, we at this juncture want to hear your remarks as chairman of the day. Can we put our hands together for Dr. Mark George, president, Ship Owners Association of Nigeria. Can we appreciate him some more? You know big men don't walk so quickly, they take it easy. Sorry to bother you so much, sir. Thank you.
The representative of the Director General of NIMASA, Mrs. Mojo, and of course Jamo, who is also in that entourage, the representative of the MD of MPA, the representative of the Managing Director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, the representative of the Director General of the Standard Organization of Nigeria, the representative of the DG, the Managing Director of NIWA, and of course all other protocols duly observed. It is, I want to congratulate, it's a very great pleasure for me to be the chairman of this occasion. And I'm glad I have been given so many titles, you know. They called me a captain, but I knew I retired from the Nigerian Army as a major in the Nigerian Medical Corps. Little did I know that I was going to be a ship owner, not even talk about being the president of the Ship Owners Association of Nigeria. When I was in medical school in the University of Ibadan, I was very, very involved in student activities. And I was also the hall chairman of the Medical Students Hostel, Alexander Brown Hall, the University of Ibadan. And I was the Deputy Sigma Chief of the Socio-Philanthropic Organization in the University of Ibadan. It's a club that is going to be in the next 2 years. In fact, by next year, the club will be 70 years old, and the club has been run from 1950 without a constitution. And it is awarding scholarships and doing great things, training students in the University of Ibadan. And today it is raising professorial chairs in various universities to train professors to be able to give academic learning to students. I want to say that I want to congratulate with great respect, Platforms Communication. And I want to congratulate them for their coming on air with their platform radio. Please, if you know how long you are going to live on this earth, that number of years, I want you to give a big round of applause to this platform radio. Some people are clapping only 20 times. Some people clap just 15. Some people, I see some young man clapping 120 times already. That beauty queen is there, he has only clapped 40 times. The clapping should go on. We should be resounding. Students, do you have energy? All right. I see that a lot of people want to move on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to recognize in a special way Stars Marine. Greg was my predecessor, and I succeeded him to take the leadership of SWAN. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to bore you with a long opening remark. We have a lot lined up for today. I also apologize that the traffic in Lagos did not let us start in time. These are all the challenges. How I want to start this remark is this: that a nation that has old men have a past. A nation that has young people will have a future. Now, the maritime industry and the shipping business, that is why I left the medical profession to come into this business, because it is nearly 90% of global trade. In other words, these young people here, sitting here, will be the seafarers that have been classified by the United Nations as the greatest workers on earth. And that is because they control 90% of global trade. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. I want to say that you are going into an ocean. There's a big blue economy over there. You're going to an ocean that has a lot of mysteries. You're going to an ocean that has a lot of creatures. You're going to an ocean that has a lot of characters, a lot of stakeholders, a lot of operators, a lot of people who want to benefit from the ocean. And the oceans are bigger than land, 2/3 of the earth. So this is a very, very serious business. Now, the issue is what happens to you beyond your sea training. Most universities and institutions, they bring out students, graduates, who are learned, who qualify both in learning and character. We have talked about the issue of competence and character. Even in this country, we have three things that are holding us back: competence, character, and capacity. So you are endured to take your studies very seriously. Forget about the challenges. I come from a profession that is really doesn't know anything about challenges. As a physician and in the medical profession, if I have to use some kind of saw and cut through your brain, your skull, and get into your brain, and I'm a neurosurgeon and I'm going to operate and take out a tumor, I am going to do that if I have the competence, if I've been trained to do that. It doesn't matter whether I am black or white or whatever. I will go there and do just what I have to do. And I'll come back and you wake up. We can also take your heart away from, operating and put it on a machine and do what we have to do. Replace your heart, replace your kidney, and then you continue to work and go about your business. Because the human body, some people don't understand, is the biggest equipment, the biggest mystery in the whole universe. It contains 100 trillion cells. And each cell must produce 20,000 enzymes. And each cell performs 250,000 biochemical reactions per second. That is how awesome God is. So you have capacity as adults to do exploits. You see someone who is 5'7", and he scales over high jump, high jump of 8'2" in the Olympics. He's only 5'7". How did he do it? He jumped over it and got a gold medal. So I say to you, people don't go to Olympics to try. You go there to get a gold medal. So don't say, I went to school, I just tried. That's what we're hearing. That governor there tried. That minister tried. This one tried. I want you to go and get a gold medal. Now, finally, before I end my opening remark, I want to say to you that to be able to get to the next level, which is after your seat time, after your training, we need to have the equipment that will put you out there. I am in downstream tanker operation, and most of our ships go from Lagos to Port Harcourt to Calabar, just around the coast. If you are going to be on our vessel for sea training, you are not going to probably see Ghana like after 2 years, or you go to the port of Tema, in the list. And then of course, if you're going to go for dry dock, you probably, when there are no capacity here, or all the yards are full, you have to go to Sierra Leone, and then you just go there for dry dock and come back. But for you to explore the world, for you to see the mysteries of the sea, for you to go to every corner of the ocean, we need to have meaningful dialogue with the NMPC to talk about how we can export our crude in VLCCs that are manned by these young people. We pray that in our tenure, in my tenure, we are going to engage in issue-based, focused engagements with the various authorities. We're going to engage NIMASA, we're going to engage NMPC, we're going to engage the customs, we're going to engage the Navy, we're going to engage all those that affect the ocean as ship owners. Because I told you there are so many people in the ocean, and the only people that float on the waters are me and you on ships. Therefore, there must be a leadership that must be taken of the ocean. There's a responsibility that has to be taken on the ocean. There must be sustainability also of the ocean. So like I said, we are going to engage and work with you, mentor you, so that you can come in and truly understand the wealth of these oceans. I pray that these deliberations will go on very well, and that at the end of these deliberations, all of you will come out confident. All of you will come out strong. Because where the world is going, whether Nigeria likes it or not, the ships are going through this, innovations of digitalization and automation. So if we are not ready, I mean, even if you come out and then you're not trained to be digitally minded, then of course the ships are coming to be smart ships. Whether we like it, whether we are moving or not, the world is moving. So on that note, I want to again congratulate you for being present here, and may whatever we discuss here change the path of history and the course and development of our maritime industry. Thank you very much, and let us have a good dedication.
Thank you, Dr. Mark George. Another round of applause for him. Has a lot of online handles. Our Facebook handle is facebook.com/platformreporters. Our Instagram page is Face of Maritime. You could go there and see an upload of pictures happening right now. You could also find us on our YouTube page at Face of Maritime TV. If you want to join the conversation, please feel free to go to our Twitter page at PF Reporters. I take it again, at PF Reporters. Our WhatsApp number, where you can share your thoughts ASAP, is on 081-462-289698. I take it again, 0814-6289-698. That's our WhatsApp number. So please feel free to join us online on any of these platforms. As you would know, the platform communications is made up of different brands. We have a wide space for people to interact, to share their views with us, not just on maritime matters, but also on other issues that affect the Nigerian people. One of such brands is the Maritime Platform Radio, anchored by the very Mr. Silvanos Obasi. It's a radio show where we invite people, especially from the maritime sector, people from the Nigerian Railway Corporation, and other people interested in the Nigerian maritime industry to share their thoughts about the happenings of the maritime industry. We also have our platform Reporters Online, where we host a number of journalists who send in stories about things happening in the maritime industry. We also have a day with the Nigerian maritime students, which is ongoing now. I thought you were going to clap for that. We have the Face of Maritime International, FOMI, which is more like a maritime beauty project. It is actually the first maritime beauty pageant to ever happen in Nigeria. And we are blessed today, we are honored to have the presence of the current beauty queen. She is of the name Miss Basi Hosanna. Please, a round of applause for her. Beauty queen, FOMI, Miss Basi Hosanna. Thank you. Before I move further, as you can see, I have a handsome young man here with me. A gentleman, always troubling me, even outside this place, troubles me a lot. He's a nice person to work with. He's by the name Mr. Kelvin Kabari. Please a round of applause for Kelvin Kabari.
Thank you very much, Sandra Okele. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on the program. And just before we go to the keynote address by Captain Alao, who is the president of the Master Mariners Association of Nigeria, we would like to take some goodwill messages from stakeholders here present, please. Goodwill messages very briefly from stakeholders here present. We have so many of them. Please feel free to step forward to the podium, or you can do it from wherever you're seated for the goodwill message for the organizers or a message to stakeholders as it concerns the industry.
Okay, we have here with us today the first goodwill message that will go. It will come from Mr. Kenneth Chijoke Keme. He is representing Barrister Jean Chiazo Anishere, the principal partner, Jean Chiazo and Company. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Kenneth Chijoke Keme.
Mr. Kenneth, please, where you seated, please come say the name, please. Thank you so very much. Let's put our hands together for the young man. Looking very cute here from Chiazo Chambers.
Good morning, distinguished guests, Maritime students, and all protocols to be observed. My name is Kenneth Chijoke, and I'm here representing my principal from Jean Chiazo. On behalf of my principal, Mrs. Jean Chiazo Ishere, and the management and staff of Jean Chiazo & Co., I extend our appreciation to the organizers of this event, Platform Communications, for the regular warm invitation and for the recognitions bestowed on our law firm always. Unfortunately, my principal was unable to attend this event due to an earlier official assignment. Nevertheless, she conveys her warm greetings to the organizers and the students. We also congratulate Platforms Communications on the celebration of its 5th anniversary. Platforms Communications has been a pace setter and an avenue for maritime students to network with captains of industry in the maritime sector. We felicitate with you in achieving this milestone and look forward to celebrating your gold, silver, diamond, and platinum jubilees. Also note that we profoundly commend the mission and vision of Platforms Communications for paving the way for the younger generation of maritime enthusiasts. Once again, thank you very much, and be rest assured of the continued support of our law firm in your future events. Thank you.
Thank you very much for making it short, sharp, and straight to the point, please. Do we have any other name on that list for the goodwill messages? What's the next person we have on the list, please?
We would like to welcome Engineer Wisdom from Ship Owners Association of Nigeria. Please, Engineer Wisdom, could you step on the stage, please, for a goodwill message? Thank you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, I had no knowledge of Platform Communications. I work for CMI Leasing, and we are members of the Ship Owners Association of Nigeria. And when the chairman of the Ship Owners Association spoke to me last week that he has been made the chairman of an event involving Nigerian seafarers, that I should make myself available. And I said, well, I'll be in Lagos, I'm based in Port Harcourt, I'll be in Lagos, I will endeavor to be available for it. So I started trying to find out a bit about Platform Communications. What's the kudos? In the Igbo, they have a proverb that it's not the first boy that killed his father. Whoever can should bury the father. You know, and I think Platform Communications has actually stepped into that role, creating a platform, creating the opportunity to bring issues to the forefront for the maritime industry and the seafarers, the students, the cadets, to interact and discuss issues that affect them. I think that is very commendable, and I wish them all the best going forward, that they develop this and try as much as possible to bring other people together. I understand the invitations went out to about 40 schools, only about 20 responded. We need more people. There are strength in numbers, a lot of diversity in the industry. The industry is very wide, like the chairman of the location earlier said. There are so many participants in the industry. So the more people come together to share their thoughts, contribute to the growth of the industry, the better and stronger the industry will be. So kudos to Platform Communications. I wish them all the best going forward. Thank you very much.
I don't need to waste time. If I have to go from here to Ikoda, I'm actually already wasting time. time is precious at sea. As the CEO of the platform said, I was the first guest on the platform program 5 years ago. I'm so delighted that 5 years down the line, he has not done so much for the maritime industry. I'm really surprised, but this is the first time I'm attending this program. I'm really blown away that Mr. Silano's has done so well. There's a program about Johnson time. It's very interesting, but when I saw the place, I was wondering what is the meaning of this? But I haven't heard this speech. Speaking at what happens after I'm going to see, I'm going to certification, and I want to do what I see. I can borrow that was happened to me as well too. But let me say that the sea career itself is very, very challenging. But it's very, very rewarding as well too. It's very challenging and rewarding. Challenging in the sense that by the time you go to sea now, after your studies, and you are on ship on your own, there are so many factors that you're worrying about. And it needs a lot of dedication, commitment to the past. I know that when we started, in my own case, there were 8 of us that started the career at the same time. Only a couple of us were able to make it to finish. So you have to be really dedicated, determined that you want to succeed. But it's rewarding in the sense that by the time you finish your first, you're able to finish your first examinations and you get to certificate of competency. In this period where there are a lot of problems with you go to university, you have a degree, you can't get a job. If you get a certificate of competence as a seafarer, and as a deck officer or an engineer, you are going to get jobs. That's for sure. And as Dr. Oyo was telling you now, there are so many opportunities at sea there. A lot of vessels are operating in Nigerian waters and have been manned by foreigners. If you can get more Nigerians qualified as competent seafarers, then there will be any need for a lot of foreigners on our ships, even on the coastal side. So it is a rewarding experience. Again, too, if you have the certificate, you don't have to be on coastal vessels. You can be on foreign going vessels where you get to know the world, different countries, different cultures, different experiences. Of course, that one is that's where I actually get a lot of education. By traveling around the world, I'm able to get a lot of education for that. So it's a rewarding experience. Then beyond sit after you have maybe got your master mariner certificate or master mariner certificate, you can now decide to come to your second career at sea, ashore, which is what I did. After I became a captain of the ship, I came down to work ashore, second career. And I work in Ministry of Transport, I work in the Massa, and I'm retired now. And I'm actually doing a third career now, by just doing a consultancy. So I've had 3 careers as a seafarer, which, I mean, if you are serious, you can emulate what I've done by having first, second, 2 careers at sea. So I just pray that this issue of the fact that most of you will not have opportunity to have the practical training on the ship. Because even though we are talking about university time, I know that a lot of cadets here, when you finish, you are not able to get that mandatory 12 months on the ship. Or even the ship that you go to, if the ship is not training, you are not getting much, so you are not getting enough practical training. The ship is just an accurate for about 6 months or 9 months. You don't get any training, you're just on the ship. You're not getting enough experience. So I think today, if you do these questions now, you go back, you have not done anything. Finally, let me just once again thank Mr. Sabasi for being here today. And I wish you all the best for these questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Captain. I appreciate your comments and views.
and other services companies. Riverport infrastructure is therefore very essential component for the inland water transportation development and can only be said to develop when the aforementioned infrastructures and its administrative systems are properly put in place. Challenges to import Riverport development in Nigeria. There are a lot of challenges in developing the port development in Nigeria, and this can be viewed into two perspectives and cannot be isolated from the overall matrix of the inadequacies that bedevil the maritime sector in Nigeria. It is either that there is the inadequate Riverport frustration ground, or the few existing ones are not being optimally utilized. The major challenge being faced by most existing ports are lack of concept of intermodality. Some of them lack good access road. There's no efficient systems to evacuate cargoes, even at times walkways linking the ports, which makes it difficult for timely evacuation and transfer of cargoes to and from the ports. As earlier mentioned also, a Riverport cannot operate optimally when the vehicle, that is the available river capacity, that we are supposed to generate traffic and service such ports, are becoming unserviceable with regular breakdowns. It has been observed that there has been a downward trend on investment in acquisition of river costs, but the only recycle of old and abandoned ones, which often develop problems while on transit. The data of wrecks all over our waterways may be practical evidence to redress this point. Another major challenge to Riverport development is the nature of the channels and harbors. Well dredged and maintained channels to the required depth encourages regular flow of crafts to such location. But unfortunately, most river courses in Nigeria are inaccessible and are remained undeveloped due to this fact. Other factors that constitute challenge to Riverport development in Nigeria include inadequate capital financing for the development and construction of new Riverport infrastructure by the government. Lack of proper maintenance of existing port infrastructures, which is also tied to availability of funds. Obsolete cargo handling of the transfer facilities, which constantly malfunction during operations. Bureaucratic workminess and administrative delays in concession of existing Riverport facilities for private partnership management. Lack of interest on private sector participation and investment on the sector. After intensive nature of building a functional Riverport, considering its longer rate of return on investment, policy issues on the part of government that at times place priorities to other competing modes of transportation. When the challenges arising from the neglect and non-maintenance of existing Riverport infrastructure by government fester for a longer period, this will result in the reduction of the productivity of such ports. The symptoms of this neglect will manifest through these underlisted consequences. Low cargo throughputs, less vessel turnaround, demoralized and non-productive port personnel, low revenue generation, dilapidated and non-functional port facilities, high charges and tariff on services and fees, redundancy and loss of man hours, low traffic and diversion of freight, etc. The benefits and prospects of Riverport development in Nigeria. As we all know, notwithstanding the aforementioned challenges, there are plethora of benefits for the country in having a functional river port that supports its inland transportation system. This includes river port facilitates the potential and has the potential to reduce the isolation of rural dwellers and contribute to their poverty alleviation. River port also has the prospect of facilitating and attracting commerce within its immediate environment. River port development plays important roles in increased mobility and providing livelihood to rural dwellers to access their end markets. The river port is a system that consists of many subsystems and operations that provides a lot of opportunity of employment and generate income to the economy. These prospects inherent in the development of national river ports are limitless, and this manifests in various commercial activities that service the body from infrastructure as stated. You can have prospects in cargo handling operations, storage operations, warehouse, transit sheds, etc. Pilotage services, two-way services, supply of fresh water, bunkering services, agency services, vessel repair and maintenance operations, chandelier and catering services, health, safety and environmental issues, financial institutions, and many other services. NIWA's role and perspectives in the river development. The establishment of National Inland Waterways Authority was meant to bridge most of these gaps and challenges militating the development of inland waterways, while many others are at various stages of completion. With dwindling government revenue and competing financial demand on other sectors, the authority has been exploring other alternative means of financing these infrastructures to ensure the timely completion of the ongoing projects and even to initiate new ones to some other important locations in the country. To ensure the efficient management of the completed ports, private sectors are being brought in to operate such ports on PPDRE. The authority therefore uses this every opportunity, including the hosting of annual event conferences, seminars to create awareness and woo investors for partnership in on this area, on other numerous potential opportunities that are bound on the inland waterways transportation system. In conclusion, going by the numerous benefits and prospects that are found on the development of functional river port infrastructure, and being a major component to achieving an efficient inland water transportation system, it has become imperative for a collective review of these challenges that has stunted the growth and development of this important sector over the years, and most importantly, provide lasting solutions to them. I believe that there is no better venue than this forum of students, maritime, academia, and professionals to discuss and come up with meaningful suggestions to make this sector work again. After all, where there is a will, there must be a way. Finally, the authority felicitates the management and staff of Classroom Communications on their 50th year anniversary and wish them well in their future endeavors. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
African Association of African Maritime Agencies. Yeah, you may also wonder why I'm standing here, since I have in our midst, our our Executive Director, Dr. Jamo, Bashir Jamo. You know, when I saw him, I said, oh, okay, you're my boss now. I would like to say, he said, no. But this is just in the character of the agency. You can read it. The agency started empowering women before even IMO decided that this year's the Maritime Day should be given to the women, should be a day to remember the empowerment of women. Thank you very, very much. So, coming to the topic that the DG is to speak on, that is maximizing the Nigerian blue economy for sustainable benefits for future generations. Yeah, looking at it, we all know that from the olden days to the modern day also of days of human civilization, that there has always been this urge for human to adjust or adapt to meet changing situations, changing environment, and this has actually led to niche differentiation and formation of different environmental, be it micro or mega environmental environments. And when we are now talking about this, you know that it's just the urge to still survive, you know, to survive. And little wonder, we are now talking about blue economy. You know, blue economy has been given different definitions by both World Bank, European Union, even us here. But in it all, the blue economy is just talking about tapping into the resources of the marine environment while giving full respect to that marine environment. That is tapping into the resources of the ocean, of the seas, with utmost respect for that environment, so that you make it sustainable. And when we are talking about sustainability, we always hear it, hearing it all the time, and it's also good for us to keep giving the definition all the time. When we talk about sustainability, we are talking about our ability to utilize, for example, the resources we have now, without jeopardizing the opportunity of the future generation to also have benefit from such resources. And when we are talking about future resources, as like for myself, as a mother, as a grandmother, we talk about the youths we have in our midst and other ones that are not here. So, and why this emphasis on this blue economy now? Man is always trying to adjust and to adapt. You can see that we have overstretched the resources we have on the earth. So, we've overstretched these resources, and the new effort now is to look at new frontiers of socio-economic well-being. So that's why the interest is more now on the ocean. And thank God we have the ocean. And I will not really want to go in so much detail so that you will still enjoy the load, the package my executive director have for you today. So, before I go further, it may also be pertinent for us to, as we are reflecting on this concept, to connect it to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. You know, when we talk about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the goals that the United Nations set for us to be able to kind of benchmark and see how far we are doing with management of the resources we have for us. We remember the SDG 14. And Article 14.7 of the SDG 14 really talked about using these resources in the ocean, especially for small island states. And you know, we have some islands, especially in the Caribbean, that are small and are surrendered by oceans. You know, so the best thing for them is to make sure that they make adequate use of this ocean. And we have this also the least developing countries. We are no more in the list of that least developing countries, but we have to be wise, you know, and see how these people, for example, Giselle is using his own resources, and we now tap into that to also use the about 850 square kilometers of coastline we have with its abundant resources. So that is coming back to Nigeria, coming back home. And also we are talking about sustainability. An aging population cannot talk about sustainability. And we are blessed in this country that we have a young population. As of yesterday, I checked on the internet, the population of Nigeria. And I saw that it's 200,402,293, you know, and that with this, that even as of last year, Nigeria has been one of the largest population that has been associated or has been said to be one of the largest, to have the largest one of the
Father of the day, please. Mr. Olukoyo, please come forth, please. Captain Olukoyo, please come forth for the cutting of the cake. Representative of Mrs. Dawani Shalhoma, please come forth. Dr. Mark George, Oyo. Please, could we have the cake quickly and a knife?
Yes, when you have the mother in the midst of men, things cannot go wrong. So, Mr. Bassi, put your hands there. Yes, put your hand there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and the spelling of platform. We go with a P. Please join me to say P, L, A, T, F, O, R, M, and X. Platforms Communications. Can we give them a rounding ovation for this 5th anniversary of the organization? Mr. Bassi, you want to say something?
Well, on behalf of Platforms Communications, the brands, and all our team members and staff, we want to say a very big thank you to our dignitaries and our guests who are here today to celebrate with us, and most importantly, the students. Like we said during the opening address, it is a double event for us, the annual Students' Conference and the Platform's 5th anniversary. We thank you, the representative of the master, for the support all the years. We thank the Shipowners Association for the support all the years. We thank the various agencies and organizations in the industry for, counting us worthy to be part of the activities. And on this day, we'll continue to remember you. We also remember in a very special way our father, the father of the day, Captain Ade Olokbonya, who was with us the very first day the concept was started. And that year, who is the representative, is Dabne Shahoma, my friend and our able ED. Thank you very kindly. The able chairman of education, thank you all. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so very much. A round of applause, please, as we take our seats. Yes, I'm going to move right on to the technical session.